Chiang Mai fruit winter. This is Doi Suthep temple in Chiang Mai. We've hiked up today. This is Handyman bananas, and this is about 6 months or something since our last check-in interview of how your life's going.
Yeah, I'd say 6 months. Sounds about right.
So every time I make a video with you in it, I gain subscribers, and every time you make one with me in it, you lose.
Yeah, I made a video with Ronnie, and like the next day I woke up and I was like missing 8 subscribers. So that'll be the last time I do that. You elitist bastard.
So how's life going anyway?
Good. I'm really happy to be in Thailand. It's awesome to come back here and be acquainted with the place, but there's still so much to learn, so much to do. And with a huge group like this, it's really exciting. It's a lot of stimulation.
Yeah.
So today I'm feeling pretty tired after that long hike. Pretty much.
Well, I was going to say that because you're not just hiking, you're kind of leading the group and making sure everyone's together, and you're doing a lot of extra work. So that's probably tiring you out a lot more.
Yeah, something mentally that's a little bit exhausting about it, but it's a great experience.
Sure. So what inspired you to put on the fruit winter?
Well, I think coming here last year, we had a pretty small group.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I just figured maybe a bigger group would be even better. So, and it is. I mean, it's just fantastic. And I think a lot of people came out who otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah.
And having an activity every day that's, you know you're going to see everyone every day at a certain time doing a certain thing, I think is really nice. It's nice for me. And I think a lot of people are appreciating it. So definitely want to continue doing it.
So your website's been up for, I don't know, maybe a couple of months or longer?
Yeah, maybe 4 months now.
And how is that growing, and how are you doing with that?
Good. I kind of have split personalities, so I started another one, and I'm going to start a third one, and they all have kind of different themes. One of them is Handyman Bananas, another one is under my name, Connor McMillan, and another one is Unicorn Gangster.
Right, cool.
So I've got these 3 different things going on, and I think it's nice to have change and adaptation and see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, you've got some artwork.
Yeah, on Unicorn Gangster, I'm going to be putting up all my artwork and things.
Yeah, it's very productive period for you.
Yeah, it feels that way. And I'm just trying to figure out what works.
And the fruit winter as well, and all the websites, and I guess you're doing other work at home and other stuff.
Doing some construction work, renovation stuff still. I've started doing adaptive listening services, which I'm going to move onto the Connor McMillan site and all to have that be self-knowledge and self-therapy work for people.
Nice.
And Handyman Bananas is going to continue being fruit, Thailand, fruit winter, veganism, and then Unicorn Gangster is the creative, wacky side.
One thing I want to ask you about is your views on parenting and children, because you've maybe got some good views. Maybe some people say extreme. Maybe some people say different or whatever.
Yeah.
But you made a comment. You feel like people that don't want children, you believe they should be in therapy, or you believe, or was that?
I probably did make that comment. I know that that's a little bit harsh, and
I like it.
It is a little bit.
I think it's interesting.
You should question. Well, okay, why really? Because I don't at all agree with the argument that some pretty hardcore vegans take about
the
overpopulation, we have to go extinct. I mean, that to me is self-hatred. It's really self-hatred on a very deep, broad but deep level, and it's very natural to want kids. If you don't want kids, if kids turn you off, then that might be something to question about your childhood and how your parents were with you or your caregivers were with you. And that's what all this, all the work that I've been doing in the last 8 months on myself, I really want to try and integrate with other people, and that's all self-therapy, self-knowledge stuff. I want kids,
Totally.
I love kids. I think they're great, and I think
you're really great with children. Like, you're really good.
No, they're
got good affinity.
They're very excited, exciting little creatures, and they have a lot to offer, and they're really the change. If we want to change the world, let's raise our kids properly. Let's love them. Let's respect them as individuals with their own set of natural values and morals, ethical codes, and encourage them to self-discover.
And you also said about children are being brought up in a way that they're looking to other children as role models, and that's creating a lot of problems with people being children their whole life, kind of thing.
Yeah, because you know, you have these systems where we used to have communities, you have a lot of adults, so children had the opportunity to explore a lot of different ways of being an adult. They didn't have to look at other children for examples of how to be as an adult. So in these systems of public school or private school, systems where there's a lot of kids and very few adults, children are either taking on adult roles or they're taking on child roles, or a combination of the two. And you just continue those roles into adulthood, and you continue it because that's how you saw your peers. So your peers are growing at the same stage, and this is also, I believe, why we have such extreme differences in these two groups, subordinates and dominants.
Sure.
And this is a big problem. So I do think that community, maybe more adults around children, is a good thing, and allowing children to just be children and not have to take on caregiver roles for other kids, because that's a lot of responsibility.
Nice. Any last little comments to make, or
just a couple things about, you know, kids. If you are going to have kids, I'd say, I mean, if you have even a little bit of a inkling that you might have kids, start reading about them now, because this is a huge it's the biggest thing you'll ever do in your life. You know, let's figure out how to do it right.
I've seen you with a lot of books on that.
It's my favorite topic. And you learn a lot about yourself and how you were raised as well.
Yeah, that's something to investigate. Thanks a lot. Well, let us get back to the sunshine and the temple. And
thanks for the interview. And if you don't want kids, don't throw stones at me. But maybe, you know, send me a message, because I am always curious about alternative perspectives. So, much love to you.
Go fruit yourself.
Bye, guys.